Yo, hello everyone. Welcome to a new live stream for the stock market. This is a weekend live stream. Of course, we're gonna see and remember what we have, what to expect, of course, for the upcoming week. Let me welcome all of you. Hungo, hello, buddy. Koraya, nice to see you. And Lucas, Minuyen, and Esprite, hello, hello. Arcane, nice to see you, buddy. Solitarius, my friend. Nice to see you as well, Calvin. Hello, hello, activated. Hello, everyone. All right, guys. So let's see what do we have today. Of course, we have our main list, which is NASDAQ, SPX, gold, silver, Nvidia, and Tesla. We're gonna see those. Of course, we have some Discord members special requests, and we're gonna take also yours as well. Starting with Hungo, you are asking at 4 times you. Okay, that's a very new one, definitely. Koraya, could you please review EQNR? Yes, we can do this. Very welcome. And if we have time, well, I don't think so. We have a really long one, and I think the chat is full with special requests, so I'm not gonna take double. Sorry, man. We're gonna stay with one per person. Minuyen asked for ACN. You're very welcome, buddy. DAX for yes. Actually, I thought I want to put DAX in the main list today, but it's good that you asked for it. So Oracle, yes, for Esperite. And I have a good weekend too, buddy. And CRWV for Arcane. Okay. And Solitarios, happy Sunday, bro. How you doing? Thank you, man. And hello, thank you for the live. You're very welcome, Kelvin. And asking, seeing 15-minute time frame for ETH. Well, ETH is a crypto, and we are on the stock market channel here, buddy. But for ETH, you can go to the channel, to the crypto channel. Yesterday there was a live stream. You will find it directly on the home page of the channel, and you will find ETH directly there. It is already in the titles of the video, so you can find it directly. We did a lot for Ethereum yesterday, and still working. Of course, the same analysis is still working there. Hecla Mining, UEC, all right. Hecla Mining for activated. Right. And okay, Shailesh, hello. Nice to see you, man. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you, buddy. Thanks you for asking. I hope you're doing well too. Green Emerald, nice to see you, buddy. Can we take a look at ZETA? Well, Emerald, you are our member, so yes, definitely it's gonna be there. Okay. Well, let's start with NASDAQ 13-minute 10 or 13-minute 30. Let's start with NASDAQ. Let's take a look, of course, what we might expect for this week and what it might happen. So basically, we are in this impulse, which it might be finished. And yesterday, of course, not yesterday, I mean Friday, we start to see some hesitation in the market. A direct flip toward the downside here. We didn't saw continuation. However, it still can be, of course, something unfolding here as a wave one, since we mentioned that this is, of course, a diagonal. No need for this anymore, by the way. So since we mentioned that this is a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, leading diagonal potentially or ending diagonal, right? So it works both right now, and we need to test a wave 2. By all means, if we are still here in unfinished 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and we're still looking for this target, which is of course taken from the zone 1 based on the wave 3 to give us normally a wave 5, as usual, it should hit this blue box. But if the wave 5 will not, because structurally it's done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it can be done, finished, and we push down. Okay, especially that you took the high of the wave 3. That means everything looks fine there. Now, what is the difference? Both are going to be a wave 2, by the way, testing, but this wave 1, 2, the wave 2 is gonna be, of course, shallow based on the 1 hour chart. But if we are in a bigger wave 1 here, because we finished, of course, an impulse there, right? We finish a full impulse, meaning the wave 2 is gonna be deeper. Okay, so this is a difference. Now, the question mark is also like, yeah, is it really a something here like an impulse? Well, basically yes. Much more probability here is it is, but yeah, don't forget that also it can be something like an ABC, where you might have A, B, and a C here. The wave C can be, of course, also 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, somehow like that. Finishing in the blue box as a potential, of course, diagonal wave 1 here, and this might be your ABC wave 2. And that because we couldn't reach the 886, which is still, of course, a question mark. Now, I know it is kind of like an impulse, and I know it can generate, of course, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But also we still have to keep this in mind in case that the things are not gonna succeed the testing areas. Okay, so by all means stay attentive, of course, all the time for both case scenarios, guys. So first testing area, I would say I'm gonna clean up a little bit. I hate the mess. So yeah, we're gonna keep the same target there, and we're gonna have a testing area first there. So this is our wave 2 first that we are looking for, probably here, yes, in the 0.38. Okay, I'm gonna remove all the other ones. When we dive deeper or lower than this, then of course we bring the other testing area, just to keep it cleaner, of course. Now, confirmation for lower, it became, of course, much more lower. Yeah, so became there. Why? Because if the price is gonna range above this area, you still have, of course, a potential of 1, 2. If we take the invalidation of any kind of a wave 1, 2 here, okay, this is opening, of course, a second testing area, which it might be over there. Here we go. All right, and that means it's a big 1, 2. Right? That means it's a big 1, 2. All right, so we have to, of course, pass by this one and then, of course, the next one. Those are testing areas, not targets actually, but we'll see, guys. Okay, but basically, this is what I'm looking for first tomorrow, 25K 565. Anyway, I'm looking for this in any case. Why? Because if you are here in a potential expanding flat after this high, let's say the ending diagonal was finishing there. This is an A, B, and a C. So expanding flat. Of course, then we're gonna reach again, of course, this potential target, and we might take the low. So very likely to take the testing area. If we fail it, of course, we still have another testing area in this range. But if we take the low there, 25K 152, okay, we dive deeper. And if we fail, okay, that is the red flag, right? It's a red flag there. And yes, it can be 1, 2. Of course, last chance is a 0.618, but this, of course, I would say like a very low possibility, guys. Okay, because we failed to take the high within this 1, 2. And if we fail this area, I see, of course, weakness. And, of course, very likely to fail and take this area again. Of course, then we drop down. Okay. Then if we drop down, of course, therefore, we're back to the bearish scenario there for the stock market. Bearish scenario meaning like a deeper wave 2. Because, of course, the label is going to change again. That means your wave 5 finished somewhere here, your wave 3 there, and your wave 4 over there. And you start to push lower, okay, in a wave 2. But until that time, we cannot yet take this label. Okay, we still, of course, in a potential of higher prices, okay, to seek for higher prices, knowing that the target anyway for the wave 5 is exactly at the top. Yeah, so even we kind of like test a little bit of weakness here, okay, within this wave 1, especially that it has started to be like curvy shape. Okay, but yeah, just to mention. But basically, anyway, wave 2 can recharge always and push something very high. Okay, so this is regarding NASDAQ. This is what we are looking for. So the next target, to recap, just very fast, to recap, the next testing area is this, of course, red box here for a potential 1-2 between the 25K 500, 25K 480. Of course, above the 25K 150, the chances are still there to push for higher. But if taken, of course, you have to consider the 25K and below it, meaning weakness, okay? And then we take it from there, guys. All right, for SPX as well, we are looking almost as the same thing here. We failed to take the high. Let me check. Did we? Yes, we failed to take the high. And of course, we are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now, this wave 5 is an ending diagonal. Can it turn to a leading diagonal of a wave 5 or 5? So by all means, this currently is playing as an ending diagonal. Can it turn and as a leading diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? We'll see. Also, it has to be tested. Of course, the targets, the same targets, are going to be there for a wave 2 testing areas. And of course, we take it from there, guys. The confirmation for lower is definitely taking this low, meaning invalidation of a potential leading diagonal. 6,790. Okay, if this happens, that means, of course, our next area will be there. Now, yeah, so very likely, of course, to be in an impulse here. But yeah, we gotta also like always keep in mind what if, yeah, what if that this is something like ABC, short here ABC as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, A, B, and a C. Well, even I don't like it here so much. And let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. No, the wave A should be there then. Wave B here. Okay. So by all means, here 15-minute chart to see it much better. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for wave A, wave B, and then 1, 2, and then 3. Well, yeah, I will have to take it as ending diagonal. 1, 2, and then 3 potentially zigzags. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay. A, B, and a C. Yes. Exactly. Yep, so this is what I'm looking for, guys. Yeah, so let's take it step by step. This is regarding, of course, the stocks. We're gonna see, of course, the 6,856 was gonna be the reaction of that. If it's gonna be really massively taking the confirmation for lower directly, well, okay, obviously we're heading there, guys. Okay, so that's it for the NASDAQ and for the SPX. As a reminder here, of course, we'll see tomorrow how the things are going to unfold. Let's see the gold. So for the gold, of course, it was very massive on Friday, right? But everything was expected, right? My latest video was, of course, we're gonna see higher prices, right? So it was since this triangle, we mentioned that we're gonna see higher prices, but there is a but here, right? There is a but. If you go to the title, it was very clear, that I'm not confident with it. And here we are. We dropped down with a truncation as well. What we have as possibilities here, of course, there is still possible higher prices always, but highest possibility right now is that we drop down. So by all means, since we have started the 3 waves from there, of course, let's consider this 3 waves, and we have 3 ways up, and W, X, and Y, and then again 3 ways up, right? In this case, we start to consider the 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 ending diagonal. Within this ending diagonal, I was expecting this blue box over there, 4,385 and 4,337. In confluence as well, with a potential A, B, and a C as a regular flat. Why? Because it's 3 ways up, 3 ways down, and you might be in 1, 2, 3, triangle wave 4, and you would like to see a wave 5 toward the upside. Now, this wave 5, where it has started, of course, to unfold, we saw a rebound after a truncation here. Okay. By all means, what I think here is going on can be something still corrective which is of course the diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, might still have a chance, of course, but we're coming back to this area 4,160, 4,130 as an A, B, and a C. Of course, a very clear A, very clear B, and a wave C impulse, and very clear already. And we push for higher again for a wave 5. Very likely. At the same time, of course, it can be as well still the wave 4 of an impulse. So even the 1, 2, 3, 4 can still be there even. And then wave 5. So this target is still, of course, very, very likely to be hit sooner or later in case that we rebound from there. So we're going to see the reaction. And of course, I'm still expecting also the same reaction to repeat itself. Maybe we're going to take the high in few cents here, or few dollars, let's say, and we might push toward the downside very, very massively. Why? Again, when you are in an impulse, 1, 2 here, this is a whole wave 3. One piece of wave 3, which is horrible, right? It is very, very massive, very big. You have passed even the 4.27, 4.618, I think. 4.7 here, 618. Yeah, even we overshoot it, guys. So the gold, yes, it is scary. It is a big move. Yeah, so that is like really, really massive move, and we cannot count this. We cannot count it as a one impulse here. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Your wave 4 is only here. This is the only correction that you got. Let me explain again. This is the only correction that you got, like the biggest correction in this whole move toward the upside is here. A, B, and a C, and you start to push impulsively again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does this ABC reflect this huge wave 2? Definitely not. Okay, definitely not. So by all means, this wave 4 belongs, of course, to the several 1, 2s here that we just got. Okay, this wave 4 reflects the several 1, 2s that we have here in the micro level, and we push higher and higher because, of course, you have to close all the 1, 2s there, and it has closed perfectly. That means this wave 4 here is, of course, the perfect reflection for a wave 2 there. Yes. And when you get, of course, a wave 5 after such a massive move for a wave 3 here, expect, of course, a short wave 5. Very short one, and it might be truncation, especially above the 4.618 Fibonacci level. So, yeah, wave 5, whether it's going to take the high in few cents or dollars, I believe, or it's going to be truncated. And I'm pretty sure that we are, of course, in diagonals here because of the zigzags. Look, if it was here like something like impulsive, I wouldn't dare to say this. I wouldn't dare to say, oh, we're going to kind of like just take the high in few cents or truncation. I wouldn't dare. But because we have triangles, we have zigzags in this ending diagonal, it confirms that this is an ending diagonal. If we had impulses, well, there is a possibility here to open for 1, 2, 1, 2, and another 1, 2, and might explode again. But to explode from zigzags, that is a very, very far possibility. Okay. It might be, of course, the only chance that you have to rebound before getting the low is potentially ending diagonal turning into leading diagonal 1, 2, meaning at least some significant drop here for a wave 2, and then pushing for higher again. But still the same target. Okay, so we're gonna see, of course, step by step, guys. But basically, this is what I'm looking for. On the 15-minute chart here, we're very impulsive, obviously. We might see some of course, rebound probably, but I think that this is already a 1, 2. Let me check. Yes, so it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Probably is gonna have, of course, a correction there a little bit, and then we might push again toward the downside. So it can be, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for wave 4. Okay, in a zigzag. Yep, so this is regarding the gold. Let's move for the silver. We are at 30 minutes. 30. Hello, MG. Nice to see you, buddy. Um, all right, so for silver as well, of course, as I mentioned, we are also at the top here, and we gotta be careful. It's an expanding ending diagonal here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, where your wave 4 interfere very clearly in the zone 1, and you push really higher. This cannot be, of course, a 1, 2, 1, 2 here. We are looking, of course, for something as expanding diagonal, and you have double 1, 2 here, 3, 4, and a 5, and probably, of course, finishing one more for 5 there. But I think that the wave 5 already done. Here we go. So I'm gonna dive inside it. So the wave 5, I'm gonna clean up, guys. Too much targets. This one is done anyway. Here we go. This one too, and we don't need this. So yeah, so basically here we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, taking exactly the high. Taking exactly the high. And we start, of course, to see some weakness, a massive drop directly, and probably, of course, it can still be something impulsive, like can be like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. But unless, of course, this is gonna be something like 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5, still to reach this target in confluence. But again, since you took the high within a perfect 5 ways up, that is more than enough to say that a wave 5 there is done and finished, and we drop down after a finished major wave 3 there. So you're looking next for a wave 4. Okay, I deleted by mistake this one. It should stay. So we should be here in a wave 4, of course, taken from the wave 2 there. And as a wave 4 impulse, here we go. Okay, we're looking for this area still. Okay, now, of course, there is some potential push toward the upside again, of course, towards this area. But yeah, so this is what we're looking for here. So yeah, I would say it can, of course, there is a potential to turn this into 1, 2 and continuation, but I would not risk it. For me, just like that, I will not risk it, because of course after an expanding diagonal, perfect targets has been hit as well. So yeah, the risk is very big. And yeah, I mean, you want to test those two areas here for the silver. $57 maximum. If we see kind of like push again towards the upside, okay, that might be it. But if we see a drop down, confirmation for lower, which is this your price, confirmation for lower, definitely, because invalidation of 1, 2 at 56.48. Okay, so this is exactly the confirmation for lower prices. Meaning, once you take this price, yes, we're diving deeper here. Okay, we're diving to this area. All right, so this is regarding the silver, guys. In a bigger picture, a little bit here, if you would like to see where are we in the silver, because also interesting. By the way, I already mentioned in the silver on X as well that we might be very close to the top, and that was exactly 1 day before we get this. That because, of course, it is clear for us through the all-time history here that we silver to $60. This was my post, of course, for the X, and this is exactly what we got. Almost $60 hit, and we start to see, of course, a weakness. And don't forget that you are here in higher possibility as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finish leading diagonal, and it's time, of course, to drop down. Okay, so we gotta be careful with this one. All right, so and don't forget they are all zigzags: A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, and a C. Yep. So we took the high, and of course it's time to drop for a wave 2, meaning 1, 2, and then pushing for higher. That's my vision for the silver, guys. All right, so That was it. DAX for Charlie. Is that Charlie? Charleroi. Okay, that's French. DAX is already there. It's gonna be analyzed, buddy. Yes, it's somewhere here. Okay, so that was it for the silver. Let's move for Nvidia. 3530. All right, so for Nvidia, of course, on the all-time history, don't forget we are in 112 for Nvidia, and we are in the middle of a wave 3 to be finishing, of course, the wave 5. So basically 1, 2 here, and then 3, 4, and a 5, finishing wave 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5. The wave 5 right now is, of course, unfolding as following. You have, of course, a potential wave 1 can be finished. Obviously, even it can be clear for us on the all-time history 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 as a wave 1, and you might be seeking after the wave 2, and then pushing 3, 4, and a 5 to our blue box, which it might be, of course, the major target here for 866 minimum, and then 2454 in case it continues for higher as an extended wave. If we dive inside it, we can see, of course, as well that this wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finishing wave 3, wave 4, okay. And of course, inside this wave here, we're gonna see what do we have. So basically, for our chart, we have our 1, 2, and a potential. We're testing, of course, still an extension. Yeah, so we're still testing an extension. Now, it can be as we saw it. It can be as we saw it on the daily, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 finished over there. And you start a potential ABC expanding flat as W, X, and a potential wave Y can be, of course, a little bit deeper, can be something very complex, very likely. But we're still testing because our testing area has succeeded so far, and that is the thing. And that means what we are testing here is the expanding flat wave 2, meaning what if the ending diagonal becoming leading diagonal again, and after the ABC here, expanding flat, still unfolding for the testing area. And we saw, of course, already a reaction. And if this reaction is going to continue for higher, well, that might be it, right? So 1, 2, and then wave 3, 4, and a 5. Still can be very possible, right? So basically, I cannot call it yet expanding flat, by the way, because we have only here 3 waves. So it can be the W, X, and a Y. But what if it's still looking for 5 waves? This is a question mark again. So what if 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 still there? No invalidation, because you, of course, watch the invalidation at this price. 1 second. 164. So if we get the 164, okay, we drop down. All right, because the 1, 2 is lost, or is invalidated, I would say. But wave 5 might still hit even the great zone for wave 2 and then pushing for higher. Lower time frame on the 1 hour chart, well, we see also zigzag, another zigzag, and a potential another zigzag there. Is this as a leading diagonal? Well, knowing that you didn't took the high, no, yeah, it can happen, of course, that a wave 5 can be truncated, but still can be, of course, a leading diagonal. So we're gonna keep this as well in mind. Here we go. And we're gonna see what's gonna happen over there. Okay, we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Probably 1, 2, and then pushing for higher. Is this a leading diagonal? Is it true a wave Y there? Wave 2 finished. And you push here after leading diagonal wave 1, wave 2, and then push for higher. We'll see, guys. If we see, how do we know, by the way? Okay. We'll see what. So confirmation for higher, of course, by taking this price, guys. So $185, right? If we take this, that is, of course, a confirmation for higher prices. But let me explain, because many of you will be confused maybe if we drop down. Well, okay, gee, you said this is confirmation for higher and rebound. So it might happen two possibilities there. You might take confirmation for higher. It might be, of course, finishing another zigzag for this ending diagonal. So ABC, wave 5. Because so far, it's still truncated. Sorry. In that case, it finishes anyway 5 ways up. So even if we push down, the direction of the market is upward. By taking this price, it confirms a 5th wave there, and it confirmed that the direction of the market is toward the upside. So even if we rebound, it's gonna push for higher. Now, it can be the second option, a finished wave 5, already truncated. This is your wave 2, and you push for higher. Okay? By all means, this is definitely a confirmation for something pushing for higher. Yep. So we're gonna see, of course, how this is going to unfold. So this area is still to be watched. This is your target as a wave 5. Okay. So probably wave 5 can still hit the 0.618 even without taking the 886, can be. Okay. And it's gonna take the low, meaning finishing perfect diagonal, pushing for higher. And yes, the market is very, very precise sometimes. Yes. All right. So this is regarding Nvidia. I'm still gonna watch what's gonna happen. If we take the 185, that would be bullish. If we drop down, of course, and taking this area, that might be, of course, also potential reversal, finishing ending diagonal. But of course, don't forget, invalidation is very clear. So very clear for Nvidia actually. If we take this price, we push high. If we take this low, okay, we push very deep. Very clear. All right. So that's regarding Nvidia. For Tesla, we are at 42 minutes 30. So Tesla lately, finally, it has started this push finally toward the upside. It has been very long time here, very long range, waiting for this final push toward the $516, which I was still waiting for it, $516, which is an ending diagonal. This ending diagonal reminds us with the gold ending diagonal, if you remember, just a few minutes ago, the zigzags, right? Which makes it a confirmation that this is an ending diagonal. Of course, unless you turn it into a big wave 1 and 2 and then pushing for higher later. But you expect, of course, a massive wave 2 first. But because it is zigzags, you cannot consider something to push from there very massively anymore. We are at the top. So we are finishing all the counts there, and it's very clear finish. Okay. 1-to-1 fib level taken from the ABC here, the final wave 5, which is of course the zigzag A, the triangle wave B, 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 4, and a 5 to finish finally, of course, between the 579 469, but as a precision, I would say $516, which is the 1-to-1 fib level taken from the A to the B to the C, of course, as a zigzag. I'm still looking for it internally as well. 15-minute chart to see where this impulse is heading. Okay, we are in 1, 2 here. Wave 1, A, B, C, okay. 2, wave 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, something might be extending here, but let me check first. Okay, yes, this is your wave 3. Yes, as expected. So it is a wave 3 definitely finished, but why it is short? All right. I mean, it's not so short anyway. It's a perfect hit for the 1.618 there. Do we get a wave 5 longer? Okay, expect a wave 4 to unfold anyway for Tesla right now. Okay, after the perfect hit for the 1.618. Wave 4, wave 5, but I start to doubt it a little bit, guys. So maybe the 516 is not gonna be hit 100%. be careful from taking the high simply. Okay, simply taking the high, which it is of course 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and then dropping down. So be careful. It's not for sure again that 516 is gonna be hit, meaning this target there. Okay, in precision, it might not be taken, guys. So that because of course of the impulse here is not really strong, honestly. So okay, despite this move, it is a wave 3, but still 1.618. I don't know why we got a wave name. If this wave 2 was a little bit not deeper, this would give a little bit a push toward the upside. Yeah, you would have took the high here, and then 4 and a 5 can hit the 516, but this did not happen, guys. So yeah. All right. Okay, so be careful. Simply taking the high for Tesla again is more than enough for me if I'm taking this trade. Honestly, no financial advice. All right, so that's regarding Tesla. Let's see your special request. XCUUSD. I think this is copper, right? I think so. XCU. Yes. Okay, let's see the copper. It's one of the metals. I don't know if I have to replace the copper with palladium. You tell me. Tell me in the comment. Do we have to replace palladium with the copper, or you think palladium is more interesting? So we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Wave 3 finished. 4 and a 5. Perfect wave 1 or wave A. Okay. Followed by a correction, wave B or wave 2, and we see of course here something unfolding. Target is already given, but what is this target exactly? Oh, I'm testing a wave B. Okay, I'm testing a wave B expanding flat as well. Interesting, yes. Okay, and but I forgot also to have like, oh no, I didn't forget. I never forgot. Okay. So it is there. So the target as an A, B, and a C, $14.7. Okay. I'm still thinking also, what if it is an A, B, and a C just like that, but also, okay. However, during our testing area here, we got obviously something pushing toward the downside. We got a reaction here. So we gotta be careful with it, and that reaction might be impulsive. Let me check this again. Okay, what kind of impulse is that? I don't think so. Okay, I don't think that it is a 1-2 here, because of course, if this is your way forward, invalidation taken. If it wasn't, I would consider it, but basically, yeah, it can be something very deep correction and very fast, kind of like WXNY. And here we are building up again an impulse. And that's why I'm pretty sure that this drop is kind of finished. So yeah, so with the copper here, in case that you break the 1.38, this is your key level. This is where you would like to see, of course, the 14.7. Okay, you want to break this confirmation for higher, a little bit higher, of course, from the 1.38 there, taking the 6.93. And if this happens, okay, you have nothing anymore rather than just pushing higher towards the 1-to-1 fib level. Of course, it's not gonna be in one candle or one. It's gonna take, of course, a lot of time, guys. But yeah, so this is might be the target there for a wave C. You might be here in a potential big 1-2 again, as we mentioned, and you are in 1-2. And again, here potentially, if this is a leading diagonal, also can be a wave 2 there. So be careful. This blue box, if we still below it, below this, there is a risk to push lower, because you have here a potential 1-2. Or you have a potential 1-2-3-4. Let me check. No, invalidated. No, it is 1-2, 1-2 again, as remarked here. Yes. And that means makes it several 1-2s, and we push really massively, meaning above the 1-to-1 fib level. So two scenarios. Are you impulsive, or are you in a big A, B, and a C? Your wave C also is 1-2, 1-2, and then 3-4-5, or probably finished 1-2, 1-2 here, this 1-2 there, and currently you're pushing also for higher in several 1-2s, and you get a massive push. All of them, all these bullish scenarios, 6.93 is your signal. Okay, all of them. So we'll see. Interesting as well with the copper here. Many scenarios. Okay, let's move for the next one. We have Boeing. I think this is Boeing 51 minute. BE for not Boeing. I think Bloom Energy Corporation. Okay. Is it what you're looking for? Just one second, guys, just to make sure. Okay, just BE, then it should be then. All right. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC here so far. Okay, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leading diagonal, of course. That because of the intersection between wave 4 and the wave 1. And we're pushing here, of course, after a correction for higher, but A, B, and a C probably. Or you are in a big wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now, currently, this looks much more likely like a wave 3 unfolding. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And you have another 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay. That means, of course, your wave C or your wave 3, wave 4, and a 5 has to continue. Some fib levels insights here. Wave, this is a zigzag. 1. We're exactly at the 1-to-1 fib level. All right. So that is very interesting, right? Very interesting to be watched. Meaning if you are in wave C, it should be done and finished. However, because obviously this is not your wave 3, normally it can be, but because of the invalidation of a wave 4 interfering with zone 1, that means, of course, expect 4-5-4-5, meaning, of course, we're gonna break the 1-to-1 fib level. Breaking the 1-to-1 fib level, meaning higher possibility you are in a wave 3 over there. That means, of course, I will simply transfer this directly to an impulse and watch this blue zone as a target, of course. There you go. So wave 3, 4, and a 5. Now internally on the 4 hours chart here, if this is your wave 4, which I doubt it a little bit, let me count here. A lot of 1-2s to count there. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Another 1, 2. Triple 1, 2. Wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. Yes, finished. Okay. So yes, finished. Wave 3. And then, yeah, we are in a wave 4 there. Now, can be a longer wave 4. This is what I would like to say. Okay. It can be a longer wave 4 as an impulse. Be careful. Wave 4. There you go. Knowing that you hit already the most common target for wave 4. But I think the timing is very essential here. Oh, all right. Okay. Maybe not. Wave 4 over 2. Okay, yes, we still need some time. Meaning, expect, of course, a drop a little bit there. So 3 waves down, 3 waves up, probably another wave C, and then you push for higher. 1 hour chart, yes. Yes, that is some issue. Okay, there are some issue with this push here. You don't have anything impulsive. This is something very complex unfolding. And again here, okay, so 1, 2, 3. So it's W, X, and a Y. Probably it's gonna be something like that. Okay, because there are issues already there. Okay, so it's still corrective. We might push for lower again. All right, so that's it regarding this one for BE. Let's see MP materials. I think something like this. MP materials, yes. All right. Let me organize. Here we go. So for the all-time history here on MP materials, we are looking at ABC or wave 1, 2. We have, of course, a massive push toward the upside. We can see double 1, 2 and pushing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Obviously, our blue box, major blue box, has been taken a few days ago as we were aiming for, and I would say a few weeks ago. And we finished ABC expanding flat. Okay, we took it as an expanding flat, guys. Okay, that means we're gonna revisit definitely. And you are in a potential formation for several 1-2s here, or already finished 1-2, and you're looking for another 1-2. You want to push for higher. It is time. It is time to push for higher. So confirmation for lower. Why we took a confirmation for lower there? Okay, I see, yes. Okay, now I understand why I put this. Because if we push lower, sorry, lower than this, it might be, of course, very close to the invalidation of bullish, which is, of course, intersection of the wave 4 with the zone 1. So, yes, be careful with it. Well, I would say let's push it a little bit lower there, okay? So, I mean, yeah, better to be done and finish there as a very deep correction ABC here. Sorry, A, B, and a C expanding flat, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yeah, preferably to not take the low anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it there. By the way, it's an expanding flat finished. So yes, it's true that. Okay, 47.54 should of course, yeah. I mean, for me, I would consider it already somehow invalidation. Right, that it regarding MP. Let's see this one, 57. 30. EQIX. EQIX. EQINX. Okay. All right. Not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Interesting. Finished impulse wave 3 here. Yeah. Expanding flat wave 4. Also expanding flat wave 2. Zigzag wave 4. Okay, that's nice. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Not finished. 5. We'll see if finished or not. Then we have, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, which is your main push there. Okay. But let me check there. Okay, yes, it's a very clear impulse. So 1, 2, 3, triangle, wave 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 3, 4, and a 5, yes. Okay, everything is fine. Okay, so you have a triangle A, B, C, D, E here, 1, 2, and then 3, very clear wave 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5. Okay, great. So, yeah, it looks good. Now, what's going on over there? Let's dive inside it. So, obviously, we have here, after this zigzag ABC, we have a 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's go inside more in the daily. Here. What is zoom? Okay. Okay, something is wrong there. 1, 2. Okay, something is wrong there. Okay, let's take a look a little bit in a bigger again. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's very important always, guys, to check even the micro level. It's incredible how it changed the overview. So yeah, obviously there is something wrong here. It doesn't work as an impulse. So we have an AB and a C. And of course, you have a correction, another ABC. Correction, you're looking for another ABC over there. Okay, so that because of course it doesn't work in any way here to be impulsive. That's why. And that means after wave 4 in the gray here, that means your wave 5 is not finished. Incredible. Look what an extension then it is unfolding over there. Here we go. So this is a leading an ending diagonal now. So it's an A here, correction, B and a C for a zigzag, of course. You have a wave 1 finished, and then after it, of course, you have another correction here, 3 ways down, and then 3 ways up. Of course, you push for an expanding flat, and then of course you push another A, B, and a C, which is also wave 3. What I don't like here is that normally you're not allowed really to have. I mean, it's not allowed, but it is much more likely to be in zigzags rather than expanding flat. Now, what is known is only one wave of a diagonal, whether the wave 2 or the wave 4, is allowed to be a complex structure. The other has to be a zigzag. If the wave 2 is complex, the wave 4 has to be a zigzag. And the opposite, of course. If this is a zigzag, then okay, can be a complex for a wave 4. So this is a question mark right now. Now, regarding the wave 4, if we take a look also, it's not look for me like a zigzag so far. Oh, okay. Only if we take this part. And that this is a part of the wave 5. But what the hell, right? So, yeah, a little bit complicated, but don't complicate yourself. Just follow with the wind here, okay? Just follow it. I believe that this is exactly what's going on. Of course, there will be some noise, some deviation sometimes in the market, but yeah, I think this is exactly what's going on over there. So what you are expecting here is a wave 5 diagonal. You're expecting this target, okay? 1,227, 1,325 probably can still be unfolding over there. Okay. Yep. So these are regarding for wave 5, of course, and then for 5 continuation towards the upside. Okay. Yep. That was it for this one. EQIX RUBRIK. And let's see 1 hour, 3 or 4 minutes here. RUBRIK, sorry. RUBRIK. Okay. What was that? Okay, we did this before, yes. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting push here. Obviously, it is an impulse. The wave 4 has pushed for higher. Did we invalidate? No. Now we got confirmation for lower, meaning of course wave C is unfolding. Now we got some lower prices, of course, for a few days. But don't forget, of course, this is your invalidation, which is not taken, but very close. It was very, very close. But you see a very massive push toward the upside here. Very massive impulse. Okay, it's very clear. It's very clear. Within the gap, of course, that means it's impulsive. You're looking for the same targets there. Okay. You're looking for these targets to be hit, guys. Wave 5. Nothing has changed. Okay. Confirmation for higher, of course. Yes. But very, very long one. I mean, I don't like it, honestly. Let me take a look again. I don't like this one. What a wave 4 based on the wave 2. No, 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 no. Something also is not really nice here. I'm going to consider that this is your finished wave 5 there. Yes, this is what I'm going to do. Because you took the high and it is an impulse. So we were testing probably here something like wave 4, but I think that this is already a finished impulse, knowing that the wave 2 here is not reflecting somehow. But yeah, we don't have any other choice. This cannot be a wave 4 for a wave 2 there. So I believe this is your A or your wave 1 there. Where is the ABC? Here we go. So A, B, yes, much more likely, wave C. Okay. Or you are in a big wave 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Bearish, there is no bearish here. Not yet. Because nothing is impulsive from there. Of course, this is an impulse, but obviously it is an A, B, and a C so far. The wave C is finishing as overlaps, right? And that means, and you push for higher. And that means, of course, you're done. You're finished. Okay, nothing is impulsive there. So that means I'm going to clean up targets, have a new one. Always refresh sometimes is much better. Here we go. Zigzag. Okay. Major target might be here. Now we might get, of course, some precision when we get 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay. This is much more healthier and less risky setup, of course. Okay. But confirmation for higher is still there. And of course, still much better to be taken. Confirmation for higher, of course. All right. Invalidation of bullish, I would say no. I would say confirmation for lower would be taking this low. Okay, meaning coming back simply to there, which is very low possibility. But yeah, it is an impulse. But if you come back, well, yeah, very likely can be, of course, 3 waves down, something here like 3, something like this. You push something for higher, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, meaning bigger wave B or wave 2. But currently very far, guys. Obviously, it is a huge impulse. Look for confirmation for higher. All right, that was it for RUBRIK. For ZETA, we are looking at 1 hour, 8 minutes, 30. ZETA Global Holdings. Okay, I think we never did this. All right, yes, let's go. Let's go daily. Zigzag, definitely. Not a beautiful chart at all, honestly. So zigzag or double 1, 2. All right, so we are here in a potential finished A, B, and a C. In this case, if this is an ABC, of course, therefore you're looking at another ABC, you're looking then, yes, a bigger ABC. Bigger A, B, and a C. There you go. And that means, of course, you're looking for a potential 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, leading diagonal, wave 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Let's say this one. Or you are in a big 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, big wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Orange brackets. Okay. And that means you are in a bigger wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yellow round. There you go. Okay. And that means, of course, might be very impulsive, or it might be simply wave C. Now bearish. If bearish, you are in A, B, unfinished. Well, okay, which is your wave B here actually, is the same. No need to add this. And therefore, I'm gonna put this in magenta just to be careful with it. Meaning wave B can be extension, meaning 3 ways down, meaning 3 ways up, 3 ways down, and then you push for higher. But this far, I mean, to come to this far, you still need an indication here that you're bearish. And that means, of course, if this is a potential 1-2, well, to invalidate a wave 2 here, you need simply to take the low. And that means, of course, invalidation of bullish is over there. Very simple, of course. And that means you might dive deeper here in a wave A, B, and a C for a potential regular flat maybe, which is this area. Might be, of course, a deeper one. So far, we're looking for higher. Now, how to confirm that we continue for higher? Simply confirmation for higher prices taking the high. Because as I always mentioned, 5 ways up, 3 ways down, breaking the high, it's your confirmation that you push for something higher. Would it be the 1-to-1 fib level or breaking it for a wave 3? Yep, so this is always the plan. Yeah, so 22.62. All right, that was for ZETA. Yep, so let's see the other one, 1 hour 12 minute for 4 times U or 3 times. Okay, energy fuels. Okay, we did this before. I don't know why I was so surprised by the abbreviation. Okay. Oh, nice. Target hit. Perfect hit at the most common target here at 27.85. What does it mean? This is a question mark right now. Okay, yes, you might be in a new psychology there because you have something. Also, be careful. It might be something as leading diagonal. If it is not, and it is a new psychology, because of course, impulse or motive wave and followed by an impulse is a little bit weird, unless you are in something like ABC here as well. Can be, of course. But let me check something, by the way. Why I'm considering this not a wave 5, for example. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it can be. Yes, we have to be careful. I think this is much more clearer as a wave 5, but it worked here, the 1-to-1 fib level as well, because it can be an ABC as well. Perfect ABC, probably. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because this is also a very long wave 4, honestly, regarding the wave 2. I prefer to look at it like that. So, and that open also the ABC, meaning be careful as well. Okay. But I'm gonna put a scenario, of course, for something higher. But yeah, be careful. It might be an ABC. PMCRE. So on gold and silver, it's still they might go higher or they might go lower. Funny question, buddy. I don't know. I mean, why I do the analysis to ask me this question, buddy? What's wrong with you? I mean, and I cannot answer like, oh, it's gonna go up or down. I answer it for myself. Let me be clear, of course, and I give you already a very clear answer. So, but I mean, you have to decide. So don't tell me what. Don't ask me to tell you what to do with your money. Okay, I'm not a financial advisor, and what you ask is a financial advice. So do whatever you want with your money, buddy. Okay. So we are in A, B, and a C, 1-to-1 fib level. Okay. Probably still looking a little bit for higher. Yeah, It can be, of course, but be careful with it, okay? From the motive wave, the diagonal here, be careful from a big wave A, B, and a C. All right? So be careful from it because it says 3 waves, can be, of course, finished. Now, if we see continuation for higher and breaking this level, so I'm going to put this as a clear signal, okay? Like if you break this 1-to-1 fib level and the extension there, which it might be also a possible wave 5, that means confirmation for higher prices. Don't forget that means 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yes, we're going to keep it round because it's a new psychology. And that means, of course, a wave 1, 2, and 3, of course, as an impulse. All right. Here we go. All right. So 279 is very likely. Let me explain. All right. So probably because we have a leading diagonal, okay, we are in a danger of A, B, and a C. This is a motive wave. Direction of the market says it's downward. And you might get, of course, 3 waves down as a wave B, A, B, and a C. Signal is simply pushing for lower. And I would say you need a confirmation for lower. Here we go. From the top of this one. If you come back to the wave 1 here, that means, of course, something is very weak there. It's a big weakness, confirmation for lower. Okay, and this is the price at 11.75. That means if we dive deeper, well, that might not be good. Okay, unless, of course, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it might dive deeper, guys. If we continue for higher, well, if you take the confirmation here for higher prices, which is at $53 or around it, that might means, of course, you are towards the 1.618, taken from the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You start really in a new psychology there and you push for higher. Okay? So, key levels to be watched, of course, guys. Okay? We're going to see what's going to happen now internally. If you want to have some insights, we can do this as well a little bit. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, it's a finished impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5. It's a finished one. It's a finished one. And if you are in an ABC here, oh, so this can be, of course, can be an impulse. Well, look, to get even like on the lower, much more confirmed here, you confirmation for higher, okay? If you take this price as well, it can be very likely a confirmation for higher as well on the micro level, but preferably to take, of course, the highest one. But on the micro level, also this can confirm you something because you're gonna invalidate anything impulsive downward, of course. And if it push down, it's the same. It's the same thing here. Okay. All right. Next one, which is EQNR. So EQNR, we are at 1 hour 19 minutes. EQNR. Okay. All right. Not bad, but it's a weird chart a little bit. Okay. It's an impulse, finished ending, expanding diagonal. Interesting. Wow. What the hell? It's not a triangle. A, B, C, D taking the high and then the E take the low. What the hell? Okay. It's once I look at this chart, I felt something weird about it. And even like not taking the low there almost. So how we count W, X? Jesus. 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 invalidation. So this should be single wave. Okay, A, B, and a C. All right, yeah, what an ugly one. So this whole correction is an A, B, and a C, and you're looking here at a big A, B, and a C probably there. Your wave C is still 1, 2, 3, 4 in a triangle and a 5. Okay, but very ugly chart, honestly. Let me put the label for you. ABC, this is a major. And here, if you're lost, it is an ABC somehow like that. Or it can be W, X, and Y, of course. At the end, of course, all of them are corrections, 3 waves. But yeah, this is what possibly it is there. And currently on the lower time frame, you are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, to finish a wave C. Targets can be given, of course, from the A to the B here as a potential zigzag. Okay, yes, so you still expect the 1-to-1 here. And as a higher precision, you're looking after this wave 5 over 1. There you go. How much precise is that? I love it when it happens. All right, so major target 65.49, precision 57. Okay, so yeah, wave 5. Okay, and ACN, which is 1 hour 22 minute. Accenture. Okay, that's weird. I never remember that we were there. How many stocks we do, guys? Hundreds, I think, on this channel. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, yes, so wave 4 has to be done, but I mean the target is not taken yet. So expecting even, yes, I'm expecting confluence here. Why I didn't have it, I should have. Wave C expanding flat. There you go. Yeah, I'm still looking for lower, honestly. I know that this looks like kind of like a bullish, but yeah, I mean, it's only one candle. And now what I think is going on can be, of course, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Yep. And even can be something bigger. Okay, so be careful. This target should be in confluence there. It might be even like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Ending diagonal in this way, meaning this is a zigzag for a wave 1. What you're looking for is wave 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So yes, be careful with this one, that it might still be unfolding something like a diagonal. Let me also give a little bit more insights about timing. Well, timing, it should be done. Also, don't forget, what if you have 1, 2, very extended wave 3, wave 4, and kind of like a wave 5 finished expanding diagonal, taking the high. Don't forget that always when getting a very extended wave 3, you get a very short wave 5 simply taking the high. And this is exactly what happened. If this is the case, that means, of course, we drop down as well. Let's see what's going to happen there. And we take it from there. If we break it, okay, then it is your wave 5 finished there. Okay, and you drop down as a 1, 2 or AB, and you push for higher later on. So be careful with this one. It might, of course, in any case scenario, see some lower prices. Let's see the German index. Okay, 30. All right, so for the German index, was showing a lot of weaknesses, of course, lately, and that because I'm a little bit worried about this formation of massive 1-2s here, or several 1-2s. And by all means, like you have a very big 1-2, and then followed by several 1-2s. I would say, okay, geez, this is an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it is not, because it was wave 3 is shorter than the wave 1 and shorter than the wave 5, which is not allowed. And that's why I'm worried about this, because it's kind of like a bubble. And when it does this, it can be a W, X, and a wave Y here in zigzags. This is your second zigzag, and this is your X. And we drop down. So if this is gonna happen, well, it's gonna be, of course, very massive drop. Hopefully not, but we still have kind of like a chance probably here. I still see, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. But yeah, I mean, you didn't finish any kind of an impulsive wave there. Everything going on is like we're holding, you know. But it's scary a little bit. It's still scary. Okay, it's still ranging sideways, but it can be, of course, an A, B here, and a potential wave. C, I would say W, X, and a Y, because it looks like, yeah, it looks like 3 waves here, and we might start to see something impulsive, which is interesting. Okay, so what I'm doing here, 1, 2. Okay, I'm gonna remove this diagram because it didn't work. It didn't finish wave 5. Therefore, W, X, very long X, and a wave Y, in also zigzag, A, B, and a C. How ugly is that, right? Impulse, correction, impulse, in zigzag to finish wave Y. And then we're looking for higher. Now, basically, this is a 1, 2 here. 1, 2 again. Here you go. Probably we're unfolding. That's a nice signal that we saw, of course, confirmation for higher taken. And we see, of course, something impulsive here, even breaking above the expanding flat, which is, of course, I'm sure we're not going to have an expanding flat anymore. And we might be in 1, 2, 1, 2 here. Or, yeah, it might be several 1, 2s. And we push for higher. But still be careful, of course. If this is going to turn into a zigzag, that's going to be horrible. That means, of course, if it turns back to here, that is going to be something very horrible. It might pop up. Yeah. And it might, of course, transform to something probably 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, 5, dropping like very complex structure, maybe expanding diagonal normally when this thing happens. So we gotta be careful. But the things right now, kind of like they are showing some higher price. Confirmation that we drop down is simply, of course, coming back to the zone 1. This is your confirmation for lower. Meaning, well, actually, this one better. Meaning you want to see continuation. You want to see 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 in case, or in case it is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You don't want to see the wave 4 coming back here. Okay, this is exactly what you would like to see for the German index here. Continuation simply for higher prices. Now, a target for a wave 3 might be, of course, the following target. Here we go. Wave 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, but I'm still a little bit worried. Why? Despite that this move towards the upside, I'm still worried because it's kind of like we're continuing the bubble without hitting the ground, which is 0.38 here. So we need the wave 2 at least. Okay, get the wave 1, 2 here, and then we push for higher from a solid ground. But continuing after such a range here and pushing for higher, this is gonna be horrible. Another zigzag somehow. Yeah. Let me turn off. Yeah. This is what I'm saying. Yes. 1, 2. And you cannot be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The wave 5 is longer. Whew. Yeah. So it's kind of like it's a strong move, but it's not steady. Yeah, like the structure is not steady in the German index here. Unless, of course, several 1, 2s, you don't have any other explanation. But even now, we didn't took the 1-2, meaning if we push for higher, it might be kind of like, again, like we're pushing without a solid ground. And it might, of course, drop down at any time again. Okay. So it doesn't solve the problem. This is what I'm saying. Like, even if we push for higher, it doesn't solve it so much. Okay. But nobody knows. We'll see, guys. But yeah. This is, I mean, I prefer at least to come here to this testing area. I mean, it's fine. It's fine coming back to 0.38. That's totally fine. You come back to a ground and then you push for higher. But if you push for higher without a ground, well, that will be disaster, I think, later. But yeah. So Oracle 31. So Oracle Corporation, here we are. All right. So for Oracle, we're looking, of course, this is one of our main listing. We have ABC towards the upside. We have a wave 1, 2. Currently, you are in a wave 1, 2 here, still unfolding wave 3, right? And in this 1, 2 here, and that's horrible also. That's why I call it a double 1, 2. Now, you're wondering, what the hell? This is a wave 3. It's not actually, because you you have zigzag, zigzag, and another potential zigzag here, and also the wave 4 interfering with the zone 1. So that's why it is another 1, 2. But it is confusing. Yes, I agree. Yeah. So because it looks like very extended, like a wave 3, but it's not. It's a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Here, where you start to get, of course, a wave 3, major wave 3 in the blue here, where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. The wave 4 hit perfectly, as we saw, of course, before. And currently, yes, you might be in an A, B, and a C still unfolding for wave 4 because the timing as well still required there. So I'm still looking, of course, for kind of like a correction, ABC, and then pushing for higher. It's not done yet, of course. Yes, the timing is essential based on the wave 2, not hit yet. So definitely we're looking still for a potential 1, 2, 1, 2, even wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. So be careful. We might still be in an unfinished impulse even for a wave A and then be in a C. Okay. So still too early to talk bullish here, I would say. Yeah, for this one. All right, guys. The last two we have here, the CRWV, CRWV, CRWV. Okay. Well, wave 2 hit as a target. We see a reaction. We definitely push for higher. Wave 2 or wave B. Okay. So definitely we're pushing for higher. Obviously, ABC there. Oh wow, we were taking this since there. Invalidation of bearish. Okay, taken. That means we push lower. We did, but it's time to push for higher. Yeah. Okay, so you are in several 1-2s here as well. You're looking for a potential 1, 2, 3 here, wave 4 and a 5. You want to see this as a major wave 3 unfolding. Okay. If you come back to this area, so I'm not gonna lay down right now the label, but this is your confirmation for lower. Okay. You want to see 1, 2 and pushing for higher. 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5. Okay. You want to see a major wave 3 there. If not, you're still corrective. Okay. Watch this one. All right. That's regarding CRWV. UEC at 1 hour 35 minute. UEC, what is that? Uranium energy. We did this. Okay. Wave 1 or wave A, of course. Wave 2 or wave B. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We're still experimenting a wave 5. Potentially another 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And it's working actually. And obviously that we're heading directly to the target here as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. 1.618. All right, guys. So you're still looking for this one at the same target, $32. Everything is working like water in it. ES. Sorry, I know it's late, but can you see your main count for NTCT real fast? Okay, I'm exhausted, but I'm gonna do this for you, buddy. No problem. What is that? It's not really good one. Um, Everything is overlapping, so that is very fast view. Everything is overlapping. Nothing is impulsive. No data. Very risky. Okay, you don't want to put your money in something you don't know where you're heading. That's no financial advice, but it's a tip. Okay, consider it as like that. All right, guys. So thank you for being here. I think we got a clear view for NASDAQ and the gold, what we might expect tomorrow. And of course, I wish you to have a nice eve and the rest of the weekend, and see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. Bye bye.